Nigel Farage criticizes Rishi Sunak's tax strategy amid rising public concerns. In a recent public address, political commentator and Reform UK leader Nigel Farage offered a sharp critique of Prime Minister Rishi Sunak's current tax policies, igniting a fresh wave of debate across Britain's political landscape. Speaking at a town hall event in the Midlands, Farage questioned the government's direction on fiscal matters, arguing that ordinary citizens are shouldering the economic burden while seeing little return in public services. The remarks come at a time when the UK faces high inflation, stagnant growth, and rising dissatisfaction with the overall cost of living. Taxation has returned to the forefront of political discourse, and Farage's comments reflect a growing sentiment among voters who feel financially squeezed and politically unheard. Farage focused his criticism on what he called the overcomplicated and overburdened tax system. "We've got one of the highest tax burdens in 70 years, he said, yet ask yourself, are the roads better? Are the hospitals better? Is the crime rate lower?" He highlighted recent increases in income tax thresholds not keeping pace with inflation, a policy often referred to as fiscal drag. This mechanism pulls more middle-income earners into higher tax brackets without any official rate increase. According to the Institute for Fiscal Studies, this quiet shift could bring millions into tax brackets once intended for the wealthy. Farage argued that the government is not being transparent enough with the public. "It's not just about raising money," he said, "it's about how that money is spent and whether taxpayers are getting value." The government, however, presents a very different picture. In response to public criticisms, Prime Minister Sunak and Chancellor Jeremy Hunt have repeatedly emphasized that current tax measures are necessary to stabilize the post-pandemic economy and fund critical services. A Treasury spokesperson recently stated, "The UK has faced exceptional financial pressures from COVID to energy shocks. Our priority remains balancing the books while supporting growth and protecting the most vulnerable." Sunak has also pledged to reduce national debt as a share of GDP over the medium term, a commitment welcomed by global credit agencies. The government argues that sound fiscal management now will lead to lower taxes and stronger services in the future. Farage's remarks come at a time when all major parties are positioning themselves ahead of the next general election. With Labour polling ahead and the Conservatives trying to regain footing, voices like Farage's are stirring additional political competition. Reform UK has been vocal in promoting a flatter, simpler tax system and a significant reduction in public spending. While the party's influence remains relatively small in Parliament, its messaging resonates with certain voter blocs, especially those who feel disillusioned by the two main parties. Polls show growing public anxiety about the economy. A recent YouGov survey found that 63% of respondents believe they are paying too much in taxes, while only 21% believe they receive adequate value in return. Reactions to Farage's critique have been mixed. Supporters argue that he's saying what many people are thinking, calling for more accountability and efficiency in how tax revenues are used. "It's refreshing to hear someone challenge the system," one supporter posted online. Others, however, see the comments as overly simplistic. "Cutting taxes without a plan to fund services is irresponsible," said one economist. "We can all agree the system needs reform, but slogans aren't policy." Some political analysts caution that while Farage's rhetoric may draw headlines, actual implementation of such policies would require deep structural changes and long-term planning. Taxation is more than just a financial issue, it's a mirror of society's values. How a government collects and spends money reflects what it prioritizes: healthcare, education, defense, infrastructure, or debt repayment. As Britain navigates complex challenges, aging infrastructure, a shifting workforce, and global economic pressures, the question of how to structure its tax system has become more urgent. Farage's comments serve as a reminder that many people feel left behind by current policies. Whether these sentiments will translate into electoral gains remains to be seen. What's clear is that tax policy will be a decisive issue in the next election cycle, and all parties will need to present not just criticisms, but comprehensive solutions. Nigel Farage's pointed comments about the UK's tax strategy have rekindled a national debate about fairness, efficiency, and accountability in government spending. As citizens juggle rising bills and uncertain economic futures, political leaders face growing pressure to justify not just the taxes they levy but how they use them. Do you agree with Farage's views? Or do you think the government's current approach is the right one for long-term stability? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more insightful coverage on UK politics, economic policy, and national debates. Stay informed. Stay curious. See you in the next video.